Hello guys! Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Kasey and this is my wife Maria. And we basically do videos of our life, family. And
we started our channel because of our fertility journey.
Yes.
And then it just kind of grew into whatever we have right now.
Yeah. Most of these things are coming from our Instagram page, so check us out there. A lot of people ask us things on DM and we're like, let's just put these different topics into videos and share here. So we are an open book. We're a little nervous about this specific video. I'm gonna put a little disclaimer here and just tell you guys that a list of things that worked for us and that has worked for us specifically. So if you wanna keep watching and learn more about how we've been living a happy, pretty happy relationship for 11 years. So let's get started.
Okay guys, so we have them numbered from 1 through 8, and we will be looking at Kasey's phone here because we have a little list. We have them numbered from 1 through 8. I don't think it's in a specific order though. So it's not ordered from like most important to least important or anything like that. It's just kind of there. All right, so this one's important because from the moment that we met, we knew that we were so different, yet instantly clicked or like gravitated towards each other, even though we were so different. Me growing up, in my household, I was always the older one, always doing like the adult things, first job at 16, always getting things done as they should. When I met Kasey, she was like this wild party girl. If you know, you know. And it's just so many people. It was just the oddest combination. They're just, what is happening here?
That's so funny. Okay, I didn't know this video was gonna be a little awkward. Okay, so, and guys, this is a little different for us. We don't normally talk about a relationship.
This is not something that we do on a regular, and we were just having like a conversation for like a full hour before this, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
So let's just see what.
Yeah. This is us being us.
Let's see what word vomit comes out of me, because literally I was kind of like, are you sure this is what we're gonna talk about?
Like, yeah. Okay.
All right. So we were so different yet similar, but at the end of the day, we balanced each other out. In terms of personality, Kasey was more like of an extrovert and I'm more of an introvert, and we still are, but I feel like Kasey came down a little and I went up a little. Like we kind of gave each other, we fed into each other, in terms of that. Finding someone that's gonna help you be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Regardless of what that is, your list is different than my list.
Yeah. And
the person next to you's list is different. So that's not set in stone. It just really depends on what you're looking for. Like for you, your life, your future, your present. Is it something that you want to last? Is it something that you just want for the moment? These are all questions that you have to ask yourself when you meet someone. Try not to say like. I said like a million times, and then I try to go with me.
Okay.
And try not to say too much guys.
Okay, guys, the one.
I think we need a drinking game.
That is so funny.
Because we say guys so much.
It's okay. Let's start this again. So the number 2 that we have here on the list, after having our 1-hour conversation, from the beginning, even if we're just totally different, we still have similar goals. So we knew where we wanted to be in 5-10 years, and it was written out pretty much the same. I think it's so important to understand the person you're talking to and what they want to do in their life. If this person wants to travel for the next 10 years and
you can't force them into like building a family.
Yeah. and it's like if the other person wants a family right away, even if you love each other, even if you fall in love, that might cause some those are reasons why people break up.
Right.
And so I feel like it's so important to have similar goals. I always wanted a family. Maria always wanted a family. We wanted to do this real young.
Right.
We started off pretty young. People were like, you have time. I'm like,
yeah.
No,
I think that even if it might be the perfect match, your chemistry might be through the roof. And if you guys do not want the same things, you guys just don't want the same things.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. But We knew we wanted a family. We knew we wanted to be successful. We knew we wanted a future together, you know? So I feel like these are all things that when we did talk about it, even though we were super young, I mean, guys, this was 11 years ago.
I'm 27.
I'm turning 30 this month. So, you know, it's important to have those conversations. It's weird because when you meet and you're so young, you don't like think about those things because we were always more mature than like our age. We had those conversations. So I know that not everybody has those conversations, but if you haven't had those conversations with your significant other
or someone
up until now, or someone you're just dating, because if you're dating someone, you guys have been talking for, you know, like a couple of months, let's say, and that person doesn't want children, but you want children, are you gonna get them to want children? Are you gonna force them to want children?
Or are you not gonna have kids because you know this person you're only interested in?
Yeah.
Right. Again, this is what this has worked for us.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody right now that you guys have different goals, which is fine. Please don't break up because I'm making this video or anything like that.
Right.
So make any decisions. This is what worked for us.
And it's things that we just take into consideration when we have conversations with people. There has to be some sort of common goal, common ground that you guys are following and
similar direction. Yeah. Like you can't take the A train and then uptown down. Like you, just, I just don't think. I don't know. I think that's what we are working pretty good. Okay.
All right. So the next one for us is being honest with each other. So there is just clarity, talking and being able to let it out. I don't know. I feel like we sit down and we do this, what we're doing right now, just kind of like brainstorming as we're talking. We do that a lot with mostly everything.
I think for me, honesty is more of like whatever you're feeling and whatever like things that are happening, being honest with the person. If they ask you like, how did that make you feel? Or what happened? Some people are like scared to be honest with each other about things. Or if something bothers you, like I'm expecting you to be honest with me and be like, you know, when we're in bed, like, hey babe, this has happened and I didn't really.
I think it's that, and I think it's also just like asking each other, how are you?
Yeah.
Like checking in regularly. It gets very easy to just like become roommates if that's what you're doing. If your everyday life is you're out the door every morning, you're doing your thing outside, then you come home, it becomes this like routine and you're just living with each other but not with each other. Does that make sense? I don't know. This is a big one because we were just having a conversation about it and Kasey just realized some stuff.
Number 4 is trust. We believe that trust is very important.
I mean, how do you carry on a relationship if you don't trust? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, there's people that do. And there's people that have years together that don't honestly trust their partner.
In their head, like their history, that doesn't let them trust.
It can be for so many different reasons.
But it also comes from like your childhood, trust issues in general.
Yeah.
I think that it's important to, again, back to the communication thing, talk about things. For us, it's more like I don't really put myself in situations that Kasey needs to trust me for. I'm a homebody through and through. Like I literally go to work and I come home. And I don't drive, so it's not like I get in the car and I drive somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a homebody too, but I definitely like to hang out sometimes, but not anymore.
I think, but that's COVID, pregnancy.
No, but I do like to hang out with my friends and like do stuff. And there was a few years.
I don't have friends. I have Instagram friends. I love my Instagram friends, but like friends, like physically, like I don't have friends. So I mean, I'm totally fine with that.
That's a whole other YouTube video.
That's a whole other conversation
about our thoughts about trusting people and stuff like that.
I don't trust people. I trust Kasey. I don't trust people.
You trust me, babe?
I trust you. No, I really do trust her. But again, I don't put myself in situations where her trust towards me has to be tested.
Yeah. So we were having this conversation in terms of, wait, do I trust you? Because we've never gone out or done something that I'm like, but I definitely have to add, I am a very jealous kind of.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know that.
I feel like I am too, though.
Don't look at my girl's ass. That's all I have to say.
Oh my god. That was I did not see that coming. I didn't see that one coming.
Because that really irks.
Am I blushing?
What? Okay, this is getting too hot, man.
Okay, next up we have pour into each other. We've witnessed so many relationships where it's just like take from the person, take, and keep taking, and never pour into the other person. Yeah. It has to be mutual. It has to be tú me das, yo te doy, like back and forth, you know? Yeah. There has to be that. There's moments that I'm up here at a high energy level, you know, excitement, things, and Kasey might not be feeling the same way. So we gotta kind of like, you know, even each other out. But if we're...
And also knowing, that also goes back to knowing each other. Because when I know you're not feeling well, even if I'm feeling crappy, I'm not going to go down there and feel the same way as you. I need to be keep my energy up just so that we can. I mean, we gotta do things. There's things that have to get done. Nobody cares about how we're feeling, you know.
Yeah, like today I had cramps, crazy cramps, and Gray really wanted to play. Yeah, I know Kasey didn't have the energy, but she got up, she played with her, she took her outside, they went bike riding. Yeah, and you know, all of that helped me.
And Dunkin' Donuts. We came home and it worked out.
And it allowed me to like rest, you know, drink my pills and my tea and all that stuff so that I can feel better. And then we can, you know, I can be normal. I made dinner. But it also has to be selflessness.
Not feel like it's a job.
Right. It has to come from within you to do that for your partner. Not that it's a huge thing and then you're like taking notes and writing it down like next time, you know?
Oh my God, people do that?
I mean, I've heard some stuff.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Oof. I didn't say that much.
No, you didn't. That's good.
We're trying to work on it. Okay, guys. So we're at number 6. Kind of talked about it already because like each section had...
They're woven together somehow.
Yeah, communication into most of the things that we talked about. But we felt like it was super important to still add communication in the relationship. I feel like you need to talk about everything. Alone, in bed, bedtime, dinner time. I think it's so important to talk about everything. Everything you're feeling, your day, what you hated, what bothered you, what you liked.
Or just even plans. Like, just talk about it. I feel like 2 brains are better than 1, regardless. If you're brainstorming something or you have an idea, and you, first of all, verbalizing your idea is gonna help make your idea better. That's 1. And then 2, knowing that you have your significant other and you guys are doing it together, having the conversation, expressing, I guess,
those feelings.
Yeah, but not just feelings. I feel like it's just everything. Like, just talking about it.
For us, I feel like if we don't do the small things, imagine when the big things get hard.
Right.
And there's no communication in the simple things. As I know when Maria's upset because the house is dirty. Like, we all know in the house.
I mean, we've been living together though for like 9 years.
It's been the whole 11. I feel like
okay, so let's say 10. We've been living together for 10 years, so I would hope that she's already got that little...
So I know. So what do? I just get up. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll pick up. Because I know what bothers you. But if you're walking around your house, slamming doors, and your partner has no idea what's been happening...
Or they don't care.
Or you had a bad day at work, and you come home. Yeah. It's like, of course, you give your partner time and a moment, and, you know, and whenever they're ready to talk. But we just think communication and everything is key to everything.
Like you said, it plays into every one of the different topics. Talk about everything. Text if you
talk about your goals.
Feel like you want to text. Yeah. One of the huge things that we always do is we plan anything that we plan. We write it down, and if we write it down, it happens.
Yeah. Just the way we drew it out.
Like if, let's say for example, this apartment, before we actually applied for the apartment,
we were already drawing out.
Out what we wanted in the apartment.
Putting it out in the universe that it was going to be approved.
Manifest.
That we were going to be here. And also even our business. Like we're going to do another YouTube video on
entrepreneurship.
Yeah. On our business and how it got started and how that has been an amazing journey. That's a whole other video, guys. There's a lot of videos coming. I'm excited.
All right. This is the last one. And it's literally the one that we had the hardest time just wording, how to give it a title. Such a difficult one. Knowing who you are. Right now we've been talking about your partner, your significant other, how to, you know, communicating, getting it out there, getting the information out there. But who are you and what do you want? And who do you want to be? What do you want to do? If you don't have any of those things
and your needs
in order, then you can't expect somebody else to do it for you. You need to know what you want as a person.
Yeah. And no one's saying to know it from the beginning. I mean, I feel like
Oh, no, that's a work in progress. This entire conversation has been based on us and how handled our relationship in the past 11 years. We're not saying this is the only way to do it. We're not saying this is the only successful way to have a relationship. We're saying that this is what has worked for us. So even like having children, these were things that we planned. These are things that we spoke about. Every step of the way, as the years were going by, we were getting closer and closer to our goals in terms of building our family and how we wanted to build our family.
If these things don't apply to you and you are in a relationship, it doesn't mean it's not gonna work out.
Right.
We're just sharing with you guys, like people are like, oh my God, you guys are so cute. Like all these things on DM. You know, I was having this specific conversation with an Instagram friend. I've never met her before, but her and I talk a lot, and she was just explaining to me her struggles in relationships, and she was kind of asking me about what has worked for us. And people are like, oh, these Instagram couples are like kind of fake and stuff. And I'm like, no, we actually are who we are.
Right.
We share who we are. We've had issues and we talk about it. Yeah, I just feel like communication. We talk about it, and we love each other. We're gonna be there for each other, and
we move forward.
Yeah. So I feel like it's important to also share that here. We all have our struggles, but we've been able to go through them together. In the process of editing this video, we realized that we explained this last part into 2 sections. So we were going to put one of them, but we decided to put both explanations just so that it's a little bit more clear what we're trying to say. All right, and the last one that we have on our list is knowing who you are. This is a very conversation.
Tricky.
It is tricky, so we're not saying that everybody got it. I don't know who I am. You know, I still have issues with myself. It's important to talk about. I do know what I want. I still have a lot of work to do personally, and I want to be the best version of myself and stuff. And it doesn't mean that specifically. You kind of have to have a vision for yourself. It's a work in progress.
And understand that you can't put that pressure on anybody else. You have to know who you are. Like, how do I know what I need from Maria if I don't know what I need for me? You know, you kind of have to click in that, you know. And I feel like there was some times that there was some struggles, and I feel like I had to tune in with myself before I even looked at her. It's a difficult conversation to have even with yourself, because sometimes take a piece of paper and just like dump your brain onto the paper so you can have like a clear understanding of what life has been up to now and where do you want to be. How are you as a person going to get yourself there, and what about yourself is gonna get you there? What qualities do you possess that are gonna allow you to grow as a person, if that's what you want to do? Because if you want to grow, you have to get yourself there. I can't expect Kasey to do it for me.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covered that last part.
I think so.
We almost didn't put it just because we're like, maybe we might, offend somebody. But here it is, guys. I think this is it, right?
I think that's it, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for watching.
If you have watched up to this point, add a little yellow heart. A little yellow heart in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. There will be more videos coming up in a couple of weeks about our relationship. And I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.